Upbeat! Upbeat! Upbeat is on.
Door's locked.
Where are everybody?
Where is everybody?
That's what I said.
No, you said, where are everybody?
Where is everybody?
Kim, we all know your grammar's impeccable.
Impeccable?
Impeccable. Number 1, faultless, irreproachable. Number 2, an annoying interruption in the show.
I wonder where they are.
Maybe they aren't here.
Jay!
Sorry.
Where are everybody?
It's where is everybody?
That's what I said.
Look!
Well, what does it say to do?
First, turn on the automatic pilot.
Okay.
No, that's the automatic riot button.
Sorry.
Jay!
I know, one more mistake and I'm history.
Here it is.
What's the matter?
Look for yourself.
I should have known.
I'm Kim Sanders.
And I am Damon Elmore.
And I'm Walter Stillwell. And I'll be there in a minute, okay?
Actress Whoopi Goldberg announced plans today to marry millionaire Johnson Cushon. The Oscar-nominated actress says that despite the fear of public ridicule, she will change her name to Whoopi Cushion. Singer Walter Jackson, who hasn't had a hit since Upbeat It fell from the charts, announced plans today for an animated film to be based on the life of Walter Mouse. No word from the real Walter Mouse on his opinion. And life along the boardwalk isn't getting any easier. Hotel owners along the area are being terrorized by what has been described a flying saucer shaped like a high-top sneaker.
Ooh, it's not a pretty sight.
Is that supposed to be funny?
No, it's supposed to break your heart. That was the sad story.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
The truth is sad.
Truth? If that's truth, then I'm Nell Carter.
Wow, so you're Nell Carter. What a story.
This story is true. No joke. I mean it.
I'm standing here in front of White Bluff Elementary School, where students in the 4th grade class recently took part in a mock trial.
Prosecutor, call your first witness.
Judge Harold A. Wasserman presided over the trial.
I'd like to call as my first witness, Miss Gloria Robinson.
Defendant, Paul Easton, is accused of stealing his former girlfriend, Gloria Robinson's necklace. Let's listen in on the action. The jury goes out, leaving the members of the courtroom to ponder the question of Paul Easton's guilt or innocence. The verdict?
What has the jury decided?
Guilty.
Guilty? Thank you very much. Please take him away.
And what did students learn from the experience?
I learned that it's not right to steal, and if you go to court, you're going to lose anyway.
He might have been not guilty.
It's not a very good idea to get in trouble.
It was a fair trial. It was. I mean, there was nothing else we could have done. They won fair and square.
I think that the fingerprints were forged. You can't win them all.
J. Mark Walter, Upbeat News.
In a televised news conference today, President Reagan said, "I saw you pass that note to Janet Friday. Sherry says you told her you liked her too."
We're all three people. Look around, you'll see. Three people sharing Southern charm and hospitality.
I'm through with your two-timing ways. Get out of my life. Goodbye.
We all know the U.S. Postal Service does a fine job, but today, reporter Al Campbell asks the burning question, is TV's popular mailbox just a letter bomb?
Stand
by.
This is Walter's mailbox. And I'm Walter. This week, I'm upset.
Backstage at Walter's mailbox. The crew, the star.
I think what makes it work here so well is my great relationship with the crew at WSAV.
Walter, how many times I gotta tell you? Come on.
And now, the show.
It's almost April Fool's Day. And I'm no fool. Am I? There are fools in love. But some people are too cool to be fools. They go to cool fool school, where they rule beside the pool, sitting on a stool. Ugh! And what does a fool look like? Like this? Like this? Like this? Like this? Like this?
Walter, why don't you tell the folks at home the address so they can write in for an Upbeat t-shirt?
Okay, that's Walter's mailbox, and care of WSAV TV, P.O. Box 2429, Savannah, Georgia, 31402. Can I go back to what I was doing now?
Yes.
Like this? Like this?
Al Campbell for Upbeat News.
This is Walter Stowell, and when I come back, after these commercials, I'll have a plethora of stories. What does plethora mean?
Plethora. Number 1. Overfullness. Superabundance. Number 2. A morbid condition due to excess of red corpuscles in the blood or increase in the quantity of blood. Number 3. A cheap ploy to cut to a commercial break.
No, I don't have the tape ready yet, okay? Leave me alone!
I'm Damon Elmore.
You already said that.
I didn't want anyone to forget.
No one's that lucky.
In local news today, the Waving Girl released this statement. My arms are tired and I'm putting them down. The Waving Girl will now be referred to as the foot-stomping mama.
The Joke Writers of America announced plans to sue the makers of TV's Upbeat for being, in their words, criminally unfunny.
The U.S. Bureau of Standards today issued title changes for many household measuring words. A gallon will now be referred to as a heap, a foot should be called somewhat longer than my nose, and the word ton will be changed to just too darn heavy.
Jokes. Where do they come from? I wish we knew. Jay went looking for the missing punchline.
Upbeat is proud to present Jay's Classic Joke Corner.
Did you ever notice how whenever there's a national disaster or something, jokes automatically spring up out of the thin air? It's like one night you'll hear the bad news on TV, and the next day you'll go to school and someone will have a tasteless joke ready to go. It's amazing, isn't it? It's so amazing, in fact, that Upbeat sent its crack investigative team out to track down the story. They did, and here's what we learned. Let's look through today's paper. Can we get a shot of this, Hal? See? Elephant Stampede, Tarzan, and Jane. Even as we speak, employees at the home office in Des Moines, Iowa, are working around the clock to come up with a suitable series of silliness on the subject. And they won't punch out until every possible pun has been proposed. When they're finished, their work is dispatched by a courier to St. Louis, where it is then flown into the comedy capitals of the free world. And here they are now. Remember the headline, Elephant Stampede, Tarzan, and Jane. Now here are the jokes. Number 1, what did Tarzan say when he saw the elephants coming over the hill? The elephants are coming, the elephants are coming. Number 2, what did Tarzan say when he saw the elephants coming over the hill wearing sunglasses? Nothing, he didn't recognize them. Number 3, how do you stop an elephant from charging? Take away his credit cards. Okay, I know these jokes aren't funny. Give him a break. Everyone has an off day.
The weather. I know it's my favorite part of the newscast.
Hi, and welcome to Weather with Wakia. I like the sound of that. The lows are going to be centered around the north, where it is colder than in the south. That's why birds fly south for the winter. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Wait, who are you and what are you doing on my show? You know who I am. I'm you. Or at least I was before you went and made a fool of us. I'm really ashamed. Why? Number one, you know absolutely nothing about the weather. Number two, you let these guys make a total fool of you. And worst of all, number three, you're doing all of this in people's living room on a Saturday morning when they could be watching Punky Brewster. So leave. You heard me. Go on. Get out of here. Go on. Bye. See you later. That's better. Now on to sports with Walter.
Oh, here, take this tape. Oh. No, it's not sports. It's footage of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and I'm in it. So be a good sport and run it, okay?
I'm on my way, I'm making it. I got to make it show, yeah.
The next story speaks for itself. Sort of.
Okay, well, this is the first issue of the Wrong Comic. And in the first issue, we have the origin stories of Joe Dinosaur Head and all his friends, Mr. Biff, Mike, Greg, and Dr. Obliterate. And essentially, the book is about Joe Dinosaur Head, who was a little kid whose father happened to be a really nutty type scientist. And the rest of the characters in the book are based on my roommates and former roommates and friends of mine around Savannah. When I start working on the comic, it's immediately after having watched David Letterman, which puts me in the right mood to be creating a comic. All the pages of my comic are created from the hours of, say, 2 o'clock in the morning till about 8 o'clock in the morning. And it takes me about 2 to 3 days to finish a typical page. I'd like to see my book on sale all over the country, and I like to make lots and lots of money, and at the same time retain my artistic credibility. That would be nice. Well, when I started the book last summer, I originally printed a couple hundred copies of this book, and I sent it off to distributors that I found out from just looking up their addresses. I sent off some copies of the book and asked them if they'd like to distribute it on a nationwide basis. And a lot of distributors said, no, we're not interested. The market's flooded with comic books at the moment. But then a lot of distributors said, yeah, we'd love to distribute your book. So now you can find my comic on sale in New York, California, Wisconsin, wherever. In Savannah, you can pick my book up at either Comic King on Eisenhower or Comics Empire on Durin, or at the Savannah College of Art and Design's bookstore. Oh, mighty 8-Ball, will I become a rich and successful comic book publisher and have the respect of my peers and the admiration of children and women all around the world? Without a doubt. No, it says my sources say no, but the 8-Ball's just wrong. I'm going to be rich and successful. That's what the 8-Ball, it's been off lately, the 8-Ball, mighty 8-Ball. It said no.
You know, I am really tired of being shorter than you are. Isn't the guy supposed to be taller than the girl? Huh? I got an idea. Hold No.
Get out of here.
Eric Dickerson, Dan Marino, and Herschel Walker. They all have one thing in common. They're all football greats, and they all trained here. This is Walter Stillwell, cleverly disguised as a bush. My cameraman, Al Campbell, and I have stumbled upon the training camp for tomorrow's football greats. Let's take a look at the action.
They're filming this. They must think we're superstars. Look at this. They're filming this. Come on. Hey, come on. We're superstars.
Walter Stillwell, Upbeat Sports. Cracker eating, a dangerous sport, only now gaining recognition. The object of this competition is to eat the crackers and whistle. If you ask me, the guy with the curly black hair and glasses will win. Crackers, eating, munching, chomping, munching, chomping, munching, eating, chomping, chomping, eating, crunching, ah! Plethora.
Plethora.
Sorry, plethora. Now, whistles be wet. Who will win this deadly competition? As we all know, the intake of too much salt in the diet can lead to heart problems later in life. These contestants know the risks, but compete anyway. Wait! What's this? Looks like controversy has come home to roost in the nest of our crumbs. No one wins, but everyone loses. You know, this really irks me. I had those guys fair and square. I should have won. I would have won. I'm declaring Walter Stillwell, me, the winner.
This just in. A gas leak downtown is threatening area residents. Reporter J. Mark Walter is there live. Jay?
Thanks, Kim. I'm standing here live where a gas main is just blown. You can still smell the highly flammable gas in the air.
Hey, buddy, you got a light?
Don't bother me now. I'm on live TV.
Oh, sorry.
I tell you what, if someone struck a match now, I'd be history. The police seem to have the situation under control, and everything should be back to normal in the morning. Residents have been evacuated.
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. We'll bring you an update later.
An update? You're the one who told Jay that if he made another mistake, he'd be history. Well, he's history now.
Hey, leave me alone, okay? I mean, I know I'm the one who sent him out there, and I'm responsible for what happened, and I'm guilty, okay? But I'm proud of it.
There's a good chance we'll be back soon. I think.
And finally today...
Hey, man, do you hear that?
He's bad.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. See you next month.
Yeah, have a rainbow day.
I'm out of here.
I'm back.
In 1950, when I was born, Papa couldn't afford to buy us much. He sent me pride.